Cool. Another uncut entry. Let me just check which date this is. Okay, so it's the 23rd of August. I'm switching it up a bit. I'm using my GoPro to do the video. Hopefully it's able to capture 20 minutes because usually it chops it into 2, but we'll see. But no, I wanted to be the previous uncuts that I do. I film it on my phone, and then it felt a little bit too, how do you say it? I got bored of it, like the how it looks with the backdrop and stuff. Like I have to sort of set it up a bit, and I kind of just want to do it as raw as possible, where I just like place my camera on my desk and then just talk and not really give a fuck about the backdrop too much. And then I wanted to be able to see what's on my desk and shit without fixing it up too much. But yeah, no, this week, what did we do this week? I have to think, man. I have to really think. I only had one shift at work, which was on is it Monday or a Tuesday? Yeah. And then I gave away my Friday shift because it was like a 12-hour shift, and I was like, hell nah. And it's me and my partner's anniversary the following day, so I didn't want to be working. And then this week, not too productive with Pioneers of Greatness. Did a bit of client work. I need to up it up though. Sent a couple of job applications here and there, nothing crazy. Went on to see ENHYPEN, this K-pop boy band where my partner got free like tickets to through her work. That was cool. Got to see that on the Friday. Loved the stage design, and then the overall like stage experience that they had, that it got me thinking maybe I could apply to sort of like some, how do you say it, design companies that do stage design and stage experience, or even like working on the backdrops, the graphics and whatnot. I think that would be cool, like doing those type of things, because it was in the O2 arena. But yeah, no, it just got me thinking, so I'll probably look into that a little bit more, because I'm still job hunting, just trying to see what my options are. But yeah, no, that was definitely one of the things that I'll start looking into, because I just found it interesting and it looked fun. At least the outcome looked very fun. What else? What else? Pretty much chilled on the weekend with my partner. We went to New Malden, got some Wagyu in our system, had some bingsu. We love Korean food, man. We've been to Korea back in 2017. Back then, I wasn't into K-dramas and the whole K-pop stuff. But since my partner's heavy on the K-drama, and then now discovering the K-pop stuff, I sort of got, you know, it rubbed off on me. So now we're just enjoying that type of shit. And then we also went to Kew Gardens to kill some time, and then went to the Shard. It's funny because I don't drink, so we went to a bar at the Shard, and obviously I was having like mocktails, alcohol-free cocktails, and then I asked the bartender or whatever, the host, or I mean the waiter. I was like, oh, could you guys do like a Godfather, like a alcohol-free Godfather, and that's like whiskey, amaretto, and then like some orange peel and stuff like that. Because back then when I used to drink, that was like my go-to drink that I would, like in special occasions, that's the thing that I would drink. But they couldn't, because you know no one didn't have alcohol-free whiskey and amaretto and type shit. So now I'm like, it got me thinking. I'm like, yeah, man, I haven't. I don't think I've seen a bar that's alcohol-free, like focuses on alcohol-free drinks as their thing, you know. So maybe that's like a future venture for me. And yeah, no, that's about it, honestly. Last week. Yeah, man, it was just that, really. Well, I got Oria here. Come here. We'll bother you instead. Oh, yeah. This is our little Oria. Huh? She loves to keep me up at night when she's having zoomies at 4 a.m. And then sometimes I'll end up having just 2 or 3 hours sleep because of it. Huh? What else is there to talk? Honestly. Yeah, nothing was going on last week, because this is the next week that I'm filming this, but this is basically just like a recap of last week from, is it the 18th till like, you know, the 24th. Um yeah, my mind is blank. Blank. How many minutes is that? Because it's 8 minutes. Maybe this will be a short one, because you know, can't think of anything. Well, I can talk more about this week, but then that's for next week, so I can't do it this week. Well, let's see. Pioneers of Greatness. Yeah, no. I decided to. Of course, this is something I could talk about because this is what I realized last week. So the idea is to get a move on, you know, get products out there. So I'm going to be focusing on, you know, the basic pieces, focusing more on gym wear, training stuff. So like sleeveless tees, some maybe a tight fit tee or whatnot, and then obviously like this. But it'll take me a while to get to this point because I can't make this myself. This would have to be sampled through a manufacturer, a knitwear manufacturer. But yeah, no. Next week I'll be prototyping, also sampling, where I'll plan to go to some fabric textile stores out here in London and actually get a feel for the materials and then choose one that would suit the products that I'm prototyping. So let's say like the sleeveless tee, I think that could be like a 240 GSM cotton fabric. Could even be slightly less. I don't want it too heavy because the way I think about it is I have a lot of these like maybe 260 gram or even 300 GSM tees, and they just take forever to just air dry. And then when it air dries, it has that damp smell to it, and I hate that. Fucking hate that smell. Well, unless you have a tumble dryer, you can toss it in, and you won't have that problem. So I think I'm gonna focus on maybe lighter fabrics, maybe even like 180 GSM, 220. Yeah, nothing more than 250, because I still want some sort of weight to it. And then also I'll still be doing the denim jacket pattern that I've designed, but I think I'll just use a lighter fabric for it, turn it into a shirt for now, because then I'll be able to sew it on my home sewing machine. Because I think this will struggle with a more thicker fabric like denim, especially when there's what do you call it? The seams where there's multiple fabric layers, and then it would just be hard for the machine to go through, and then it might even break the needle and all of that stuff. So I don't want to go through that. So I'm just switching it up. Watering it down slightly. I have what do you call it? I have this shirt. Okay, I can't find it. Okay, there we go. I have this shirt here, and this actually has a sort of like a denim jacket design to it, or at least inspired, So I'm thinking if I can find a fabric like this. I don't even know what kind of fabric this is, but it has a woven pattern similar to this, but more finer. Can I see what material this is? It's woven polyester, made in Korea. Cool. Woven. Probably I'll go for a woven like cotton or something. Yeah. Because I bought this from, is it a vintage store in London? And I love the cut, especially the color. I might take inspo on this color actually. But no, yeah, it has the same, what do you call it, construction as a denim jacket. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just turn it into a shirt, sort of a heavier, more structured shirt. So maybe this is 180 GSM fabric or whatnot, or maybe even less because it's just more structured. But it's just the way the fabric is, it makes it look more heavier than it is. And yeah, I'm gonna be planning to do things made to order, so that way I can bring the costs down. But then obviously it'll just be more time and intensive. But the idea is to launch as soon as possible, get products out there in the market, not waste time, trying to perfect fucking products. Because now I have my skill set up to the point where I can create a t-shirt from scratch and have it up to standards. It won't have the same finishes as what do you call it, like the blanks that I usually use back then, because I would need like a serger to have like that nice clean sort of inner finish, but I can get close to that with my home sewing machine. So, and plus people don't, the average customer, they don't really look inside, but for me, I just want it, I'll still have it up to par, and yeah, and just get the ball moving with the brand, and have that feedback loop with the products. To be fair, I've had comments on the previous products for Galanachi, but then obviously that developed into Pioneers of Greatness. So I'm just gonna apply those sort of feedback onto those similar products that I'm going to be producing for Pioneers of Greatness, and then go from there. I'll probably stick to three or four products that I could do made to order, and that's like the sleeveless tee, and then a regular tee, and then a fitted tee, and then the shirt that I was talking about earlier, and then maybe a hoodie. I could do a hoodie. I probably will do a hoodie because I do have a sample up there that I still need to grab the pattern for. What else is there? A jumper. We could do a jumper. Maybe not. Maybe not now. But yeah, no, I'm still figuring it out, and I'm just going through it as is. But yeah, no, I'm just excited, man. Because yeah, I've got patterns. Well, we'll be doing the patterns for the vests and whatnot, but once I have that block made, it's pretty much just process of elimination, like extending the sleeve or removing the sleeve, but the overall pattern remains. What else? But yeah, nah, I think this way, doing the made to order, I can, like I said, go to the fabric store and really choose the materials and have that sort of control over those things. Because obviously when you buy blanks, you don't really control what materials they use. And also I get to control the actual fit of the garment. I can adjust the fit, since I'm going to be making it all, made to order. And then I could experiment on that side of things. But yeah, no, I can't wait. This has given me like more motivation, because then I could just get the ball rolling instead of waiting and saving up to do like bulk orders and then get it done through a manufacturer, and then have this bulk sitting in a storage or here at home, and then marketing that shit. It's just long, man, because I've experienced that before where I had a bulk and then I couldn't sell it, so it sat there, just collecting dust. So now I'm just approaching things more lean, as they would say. Leaner. Bootstrapping this bitch. But yeah, man, I think that's it from me. Hopefully there's some bits there that I can cut up and whatnot. But yeah, it's 20 minutes. I'm out. Peace.